I meet the coolest people, and everybody has a story, and I'm kind of nosy, so I'll ask.
Suck it up, Paul.
We hit coming out issues, we hit family issues, and those are always a little, serious.
It's about time.
I feel like everybody should be represented. That's what I'm here to do. Hi there, welcome to Happy Hour with Cameron Stiehl. I'm Cameron, and we are here in Livermore today with Paul Lechner. Welcome to Happy Hour, Paul.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. What was it like growing up in this area?
Pretty boring. There's not much to do here. There's a movie theater, a bowling alley. Even, before there were, bars and social outlets like that, it was like going out to dinner at, Lions or Baker Square, or, the chain Chili's, all the chain restaurants. Oh, no. There wasn't much to do. A lot of family time.
And you have a very cool, supportive, wonderful family.
I do. I could not ask for a better family, just in terms of not only just supporting who I am, they're very supportive in, every time I have a big financial decision or maybe a career change or, any personal, choice I make, I talk to my parents about everything. So I guess they're kind of my sounding board, and they've always been that way. And, I was raised to be it's a very communicative family. We discuss things openly, sometimes a little maybe too heated.
You're the oldest sibling,
yep.
Right? Okay, so you've always taken care of especially your sister, Aubrey.
Yeah, I was definitely put into kind of I grew up really quickly, and I think because of it, I'm an old soul. My earliest memories, I was helping feed her or helping, whatever I could do to pitch in. And,
because your sister has, I should probably explain, your sister has cerebral palsy.
Yes, a pretty severe case of it. She is dependent on an attendant 24 hours a day. So back when we were kids, everything from being fed to going to the bathroom to changing her clothes, everything required at least one or two attendants, which was always my parents. And as she got bigger, or my parents, after doing it for 12 hours, they would need a stand-in, or maybe they would want to go have dinner themselves once in a while, which didn't happen very often. But I do remember the few nights where we'd get the kid cuisines, and they'd go out for a few hours, and I'd become babysitter, and my brothers were a huge help as well. And I think that really, putting all of us in that responsibility role early on in our lives, I think made us who we are today, and we are the take charge, the go-to people when it comes to needing help. I remember when I was a kid, my dad, I was complaining about something stupid like washing the dishes, or God, I have to empty the dishwasher one more time. And he's like, your sister can't walk. She can't even feed herself. Think about what she would give right now to empty that dishwasher. And here you are complaining because you have to do it, you're sharing it with your brother, so you have to do it every third night. And it's like, how do you argue with that?
You just can't.
And to be honest, I still have days where I'm having kind of a poor me moment, and I'll just kind of think to myself, there are people out there that just deal with such bigger problems. It's like, suck it up, Paul. So it's definitely, it was a great lesson.
Get that on a t-shirt, suck it up, Paul.
I know. Well, it's my sister's saying, that is life. And I need to remember that sometimes. So
she has such a great perspective. Yeah. She really does. And she's an inspiration to me. It was the inspiration sign.
Yeah.
This
inspiration.
Yeah, inspiration.
Yeah, she's very matter of fact too, which is kind of refreshing as well. It's so easy to beat around the bush sometimes and just kind of sugarcoat things, and she's just like, you know what? Here it is. And it's like, oh, all right, well, we got to the point. So
I love that. Love that about her. We all need to take a page out of her book.
We would save a lot of time, I think.
Right. Getting back to you and growing up, when did you realize that you were gay?
I remember, I have memories of as early as kindergarten, just remembering, having an eye. I didn't pay attention to the girls like I did to the guys. I appreciated the guys. Maybe I would admire their athletic ability, or they were always outgoing, or for whatever reason, that was what caught my eye. It was never the girls. And as I got older, and I started to understand, this isn't just like an admiration thing, there's an attraction here. And that was really hard, because I knew it wasn't normal. It was scary, because I spent so many nights just wishing, as I would fall asleep, just wishing I would wake up not feeling that way anymore. And I never did. And it took a long, long time to get over that. But I finally came to terms with it around maybe 18. I came out to friends at 19, and then family at 20.
And how did your family react?
They were like, well, it's about time that you told us.
I met you before you met your current husband, so you had dated quite a bit before meeting Ro. What was dating in San Francisco like, in this area? What was that like?
Well, dating for me was frustrating because I was like total emotional, hard on the sleeve. Every guy that I tried dating, I was like, okay, this will be the one. I think I was so focused on finding that long-term relationship that it almost, I think, well, it set it was not a reasonable expectation, first of all. And, you know, I finally caught on eventually that, okay, sometimes you have to date and realize, okay, this isn't going to work. Let's try again, you know?
And then you met Ro.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did. And it's been quite a few years now.
Yeah.
You just got married last October.
We did.
So how did you meet Ro, and what happened from there?
We actually, we've known each other a long time, just, you know, a lot of mutual friends and, you know, running into each other at different parties and social events. I always paid attention to him, but I always kept a safe distance because, you know, I didn't want to risk, you know, rejection or you know, failure or whatnot. So I kind of kept my distance and just sort of, I don't know, maybe there was enough wisdom that I was like, you know what, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And in the meantime, just enjoy hanging out with him and having a beer every now and then. And then I think I remember we were at Q Bar, actually, I think it was, or what used to be a bar on Castro at the time.
Oh, right.
And we were, again, mutual friends, all just hanging out one night, and he just kind of presented himself, and he's like, "You're taboo to me." And I was like, "What does that mean?" Well, you're not someone that I think I should date, but I like you. And then so suddenly he had my attention, of course, and that was his way of sort of...
That's a nice opening line.
I know.
In a way. Really? It's like,
so taboo is a word that we still every once in a while. It's like we just say the word and we can kind of just smile. But yeah, So that night we hung out, we danced some, we had some drinks, and then left. And then the next day I decided, you know what, I'm gonna meet him for lunch. We're gonna see if everything he said last night was all just the alcohol talking, or is he really gonna, you know, be this guy that just seems really sweet and really cool. And so yeah, I met him at work, at the hospital. We met in the cafeteria, had lunch, hung out for about an hour. I don't think we said more than 10, 15 words to each other, but it was very awkward, like, okay, we don't have the loud music and the lights and everyone around us to kind of, you know, distract us. It was just one-on-one. But it was a sweet moment. It's one I'll always remember, and what I think I'll always call our first date, because it was impromptu, and it was just he and I.
How did the whole marriage thing actually
It wasn't really romantic. I mean, there's some great proposal stories out there. We don't really have one. I don't recall. I think for us it was more like, Prop 8, that's awesome. It's passed, you know, or it's been struck down. We got the green light. Like, hey, we have the green light. Maybe we should get married. All right, let's get married.
And what are your big plans for the future?
Travel's a big part. Just, you know, continuing to spend time with our family. Family is very important to both of us.
And here's to a happy future and many more
Amen.
happy hours together.
And here.
And here's to you. See Paul's husband Ro tell his story in an interview with Saturn in his own episode, Rolando Pansoy, the party boy gets grounded. To hear the story of the entire Lechner clan and meet Paul's parents and sister, see That Is Life, the Lechner family story. For more about Happy Hour with Cameron Stiehl, upcoming episodes and events, please follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. For more stories and news about the LGBT community, go check out G News and Glitterbomb TV, both hosted by Celso Delay. And for even more, check out It's Everything with BB Sweetbriar and The Sex Talk with Mo and Genoa.
Got the words to sing, yeah.